So sometimes when we want to display information, we don't want duplicate information. And so we can use the word distinct to kind of narrow the query and only see distinct values and avoid seeing duplicates. So for example, if I want a list of all the names of the first names of customers. So let's run that query and say select first name from customer. And so it's going to show me all the names of the customers, the first names. So here we see that Louis is duplicated, okay? And Fred is also duplicated. If I wanted to see only the unique names, I can say select distinct first names. So this is going to only show me distinct names. So we only 10. So we had 10 first names. When I use the word distinct, we now have 8 distinct names. So if I have some customers in my table and each customer bought many things, I will see only the distinct customers. So here all our customers are actually distinct because it's unique. But let's see, there is, which table is it that I want to show you? Customer order. Let's go to the customer order table. So the customer order shows us who ordered what. It's not very friendly, but it tells us there's an order ID and it tells us this customer ordered this product on this date. So here I can see that customer, for example, customer 5 ordered a product and then they ordered another product and ordered another product. So I want to see the unique customers, like just a list of all my customers. I don't want to see here how many, a list of all the orders. So we have 50 orders that have been made. If I want to just see the distinct customer IDs, I want to see the customer IDs distinct. I just want to see the unique customer IDs that placed orders. So I want to know which customers placed orders. I don't want to see each customer like several times. Then I can use the word distinct. And so here I see that I actually have 8 unique customers that have been placing orders. So these 50 orders only came from 8 customers. So the word distinct can help you narrow down and avoid seeing duplicates. So it's a nice way to view reports. Another thing that we might want to do is show a certain column in a report. So for example, here when I was viewing these customer IDs, I want to say that these are my, preferred customers. So I can put here some text in quotes. And so here basically I'm saying this is a column that I want you to show in my report, and it's going to be coming, I'm going to be hard coding the code in it. Let's actually put it after the word distinct. Let's try that. So here it's showing all these customers and it's showing that they are preferred customer next to them in this column. So it's like the column header and it's the text that's going to be showing up in this column. So this is something also that you can do and display. Another thing that you can do is ordering the table, the result table in the select, so that things look nice and ordered. So let's go back and look at here the customer IDs, and they are all mixed up. So if I want to see if, customer ID 1 is there, I have to kind of go and see, oh, no, they're not there. How about 4? No, they're not there. And, here with 8 rows, it's easy to find that 1 and 4 are missing. But when you have like hundreds of rows, it's hard. So what we can do is after we do our where, let's say, where customer ID is greater than, let's say, 2, greater than or equal to 2, because I don't want to limit anything. I want all this data. But here I can say I want all the customer IDs that have that are greater than 2, and so I'm going to get the same result. But what I want to say is now I want you to order it in ascending order. So here when you order, you have to say the column name that you want to order by. So first I have to say order by the customer ID. And let's see what the default is first. So the default is ascending order, going from smallest to biggest. So if I just add the word ASC, the 3 letters ASC, it's not going to change anything. But if I want it like the reverse order, descending order, I can add those 4 letters that represent descending, and now I see it in descending order. And so this is nice if you're like selecting, for example, star from employee, and then I'll say order by first name. So I can order people by their first name, I can order them by their department, and so you can do sorting basically. So now they're ordered by first name. Instead, I can order by the hire date, you know, who was hired first or who was hired last. So in descending order, I'll get whoever was hired last first. So I can see my new hires. So order by is a nice way for ordering and sorting data. You can also do multi-level ordering. So here in this example, I'm ordering by the last name in ascending order. And then if any 2 people have the same last name, I'm going to order their first name in descending order. So let's come here and look at the higher, let's order by first name, okay? And let's see if any 2 people have the same first name. And so let's say here I have Anne, I have 3 Annes, I have Anne, Romero, Bauman, and Hill, but I want to sort those also in ascending order. So I'll say order by first name, and then I'll say order by last name. So here it'll order it by the first name, and then within first name by last name. And so now when I look at Anne, I see Bauman, and then Hill, and then Romero. So I can sort by multiple columns if I need to. Now there is a value called null. If you have no data stored in a column, so some columns are optional basically, and you don't really have to store information in that column. You know, first name and last name are probably mandatory, but some columns might be optional or might not be populated yet. So if they don't have a value stored in them, we say they are empty, they are null. And so let's see what this looks like in the database. So let's select the information from the employee table and let's look at their salaries. So here, let's select everything from the employee. And what I'm going to do just to make it a little bit easier for me is I'm going to sort by salary. And so when we do that, we find here the salary is $21,000. If I go all the way to the end, I find that there are 2 employees that do not have a salary set. So because they don't have a salary set, they're kind of sorted at the end. If I did descending order instead, they will show up at the top. Now, how about if I want to see which employees don't have a salary? So I want to see which employees in my table I forgot to set a salary for. So I can say where salary is null. And that will show me the 2 employees that have a salary that is null. Now, how about if I want to see the ones that are not null? I want to see all the ones that actually have a salary. I can say is not null. And so this will give me the remaining employees that actually have a salary. So the word null can be used to represent empty space. If you were to say like equal, like, you know, empty like that, that's not going to work. So here it doesn't show me anyone. And if you say the word null, also that doesn't work. So you really have to use the is null, and null is a keyword, so you don't put it in the quotes. So this is a way also to filter and select data based on whether there is information stored in that column or not. So this is where we're going to stop with SQL. And for the classwork for today's class, you're going to go on Blackboard. You're going to find classwork 1-3. There is a file there that you're going to download and fill in just like last classwork. And since we just finished this part, so chapters 1-3, we finished them. Those were called part 1 on Blackboard. On Blackboard, you will find homework 1 available, and it is due 1 week from today's class.